Hi everyone, today we are going to read How Can We Reduce Household Waste? How Can We Reduce Household Waste by Mary K. Pratt. Chapter 1, Household Waste. Household waste includes all the trash created by the things we throw away, and we throw away many things. In the United States, the average person throws away about 4.5 pounds of stuff every day. Only 1.5 of that gets recycled or composted. The remaining 3 pounds is household waste. What happens when you add up all the household waste Americans create? It comes out to about 164 million tons each year. But this is only an estimate from the US government. No one knows the exact amount of household waste Americans create. In fact, some experts believe it might be up to 7 times that amount. In any case, a huge number of unwanted items end up in the garbage, and all of this garbage has serious effects on our environment. Types of household waste. There are 4 basic categories of household waste. The first category is paper, plastic, metal, and glass. The second category is food waste and yard waste. Cleaning products make up the third category. The fourth category is e-waste or electronic waste. This includes items such as old cell phones and TVs. Each of these types of waste has different effects on our planet. The good news is that we can fight the effects of every type of household waste. When we recycle and reuse waste, we keep these materials out of landfills. This helps clean the land, air, and water. It also improves our health. Let's explore each type of waste and find out what we can do to reduce its effects. Chapter 2, Paper, Plastic, Metal, and Glass. Paper makes up more than 1/4 of the materials Americans throw away. Paper trash includes things such as notebooks and magazines. It also includes the cardboard and paper packages on the things we buy. Another quarter of waste comes from plastic, metal, and glass. This includes items such as plastic bags and old toys. It also includes glass jars and metal cans. Soda cans are usually made of metal called aluminum. Foods such as beans and soup usually come in cans made of steel. Effects of pollution from paper, plastic, metal, and glass. When products are thrown away, they often end up in landfills. These are places where trash is buried in the ground. Other trash items are burned in incinerators. Landfills and incinerators cause problems for our planet. For instance, when paper rots in landfills or burns in incinerators, it sends out greenhouse gases. These gases trap heat in Earth's atmosphere. Greenhouse gases are important because they make our planet warm enough for life. But too much greenhouse gas leads to higher temperatures. Over time, these higher temperatures result in climate change. Things made of plastic take a long time to decompose or break down into smaller bits, so these products stay as they are for hundreds of years and take up space in landfills. They often leach or leak dangerous chemicals into the environment. When plastic is burned in incinerators, it releases chemicals into the air. Many of these chemicals are harmful to people and plants. Sometimes trash does not make it to landfills or incinerators. Many household items end up as litter in parks, forests, rivers, lakes, and oceans. The litter problem is so big that vast sections of the ocean are covered with bits of plastic. All that litter puts toxic chemicals into the land, water, and air. This can make plants and animals, including humans, very sick. Animals can also get trapped in plastic trash and starve. Sometimes animals eat small pieces of trash because they think it is food. These animals often get sick and die as a result. What can we do? You can reduce the amount of trash you create. Start by buying only what you need. When you do buy something, look for items made from recycled materials. Also, look for products that have little or no packaging. One good choice is buying whole fruits and vegetables instead of those in boxes or bags. When shopping, bring reusable bags instead of using disposable plastic bags. When you are ready to get rid of something, look for ways to reuse it. For example, an old shoebox can become a storage bin. If you do not want an item that is in good condition, give it to someone else. If no one wants it, try to recycle it. If you have to throw it out, dispose of it properly so it does not become litter. People are also finding ways to make better use of all our trash. For example, some clothing is made from recycled plastic bottles. Scientists are also studying whether a certain fungus can eat a common type of plastic. That would help cut back on the plastic trash that fills up landfills. Chapter 3: Food Waste and Yard Waste. Food and plant materials make up another quarter of the trash in the United States. Food waste is all the food people throw out. It includes meal scraps and food that went bad before it could be eaten. Plant waste usually comes from the yard. It includes grass clippings, leaves, and branches. Effects of food waste and yard waste pollution. In the United States, farmers produce more than 590 billion pounds of food every year, but Americans waste between one quarter and one half of that food. Farmers sometimes let fruits and vegetables rot in fields. They often do this when the food is not an ideal shape or color because this makes it harder to sell. Stores throw away lots of food too. They want customers to have plenty of choices, so they stock more food than they plan to sell. They also get rid of many foods that do not look perfect. People waste a lot of food at home as well. Families often fail to use their food before it goes bad, and many people buy more food than they can use. When food and yard waste ends up in landfills, it rots. This creates methane, a powerful greenhouse gas. Methane contributes to climate change. Solutions to food waste and yard waste pollution. How can you help? Take only the food that you plan to eat, and try not to be too picky. For instance, cut a bruise out of an apple and eat the rest instead of throwing it away the whole apple. Governments are getting involved too. The city of Seattle, Washington passed a law in 2015. It requires people to recycle food waste. The city fines people who do not follow the law. People can generate less yard waste by keeping leaves and grass clippings on the lawn. These materials provide natural nutrition to the landscape. People can shred leaves and grass clippings to make mulch. Mulch is a layer of material that is spread over the ground. It keeps the soil healthier. You can also turn food and yard waste into dirt. This process is called composting. Some people use special bins for their food scraps and yard waste. Other people simply make a pile out in the open. Over time, these materials will naturally decay and turn into dirt. Then you can use the dirt to plant a garden. Chapter 4: Cleaning Products. Most people want to be clean and have a clean home, but the items we use to stay clean are not always good for the environment. Some of the chemicals in cleaning products can make people and animals sick. Soaps and shampoos are not dangerous when you are cleaning yourself, but what happens after you use these products? Liquids get rinsed down the drain. Over time, the chemicals in these products build up in the environment. Effects of pollution from cleaning products. Water treatment plants clean up much of the water that goes down the drain, but some chemicals remain. These chemicals can hurt fish and other animals that live in the water. Some cleaning products spray chemicals into the air. People who use these chemicals may develop asthma. This condition makes it difficult to breathe. Cleaning chemicals build up in the atmosphere too. Over time, this can also cause health problems for people. Solutions to pollution from cleaning products. What can you do? Choose cleaning products that have few harmful chemicals. Look for certain words on product labels. Those words include biodegradable and low toxicity. Also, look for products that list all their ingredients on their labels. That way, you will know exactly what is in the cleaner. Then you can research the ingredients online to make sure they're safe. You can even make your own natural cleaners for countertops, bathtubs, and toilets. Ask an adult to help you clean with non toxic ingredients such as vinegar and baking soda. Chapter 5: E Waste. People today have more electronic devices than ever before. Many homes have TVs, video game systems, and cell phones. These devices make up a growing part of our trash. And just like other kinds of trash, these devices can cause a lot of harm when they're thrown out. Effects of e waste pollution. Electronic waste or e waste contains many toxic materials, but less than 15% of e waste is recycled. That means most e waste ends up in landfills or incinerators. When e waste is buried or burned, the toxic materials can be released into the land, water, and air. E waste contains a high amount of lead. If e waste is not disposed of properly, lead can leach into people's water supplies. When people drink this water, it can damage their kidneys. It also damages their blood and their nervous system. Unfortunately, recycling electronics can be harmful too. Some recycling programs in the United States send e waste to other countries. Workers in those countries take apart the electronics in dangerous conditions. This process releases the toxic materials straight into the environment. Solutions to e-waste pollution. You can reduce harmful e-waste. First, do not get rid of electronics that still work. Second, when you do get rid of electronics, look for recycling programs at local stores and government offices. These programs should guarantee that the e-waste will be handled responsibly. If your favorite electronics company does not have a recycling program, ask the company to start one. Chapter 6: Reduce, Reuse, Recycle. You can help stop household waste pollution by following the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. These R's are listed in order of importance. That means the most important step is reduce. The less we buy, the less trash we produce. So the next time you're at the store, think about what you really need. If you can live without something, consider leaving it on the shelf. The second most important step is reuse. When you do buy something, try to use it until it wears out. And if you do not need it anymore, give it to someone who will use it. That way, it will not go to a landfill. The third most important step is recycle. When it is time to get rid of something, make every effort to recycle it rather than throwing it in the trash. In most areas, waste disposal companies provide separate recycling bins so people can easily recycle paper, glass, and some kinds of plastic and metal. Some items, such as paint and batteries, are harder to recycle, but many areas have centers where these items can be brought for recycling. Working together to find solutions. Many places have laws that require people to recycle. The city of Austin, Texas, has set a goal to cut the amount of trash it sends to landfills to nearly zero by the year 2040. The country of Sweden has nearly achieved this goal. It sends only 1% of its trash to landfills. Household waste is a major problem, but we have the power to solve it, and the solution begins with making smart choices in our everyday lives.